చాలా 3 గంటలు తీసుకెళ్ళిపోతాం.
So is it my screen visible?
Sir, absolutely.
Okay, yeah, thanks. I think I forgot the person. Who asked for Hira? He joined the meeting. Okay, so I forgot the name. The person who asked about this Hira. So this is in a basic template. Condition that there will be a multiple templates. It will change from organization to the organization based on their practices or who defined their templates. So if you take an basically whenever you are doing an Hira, you will definitely do Hira for your all the activities, even for the office activities also you will do. So here I have taken the example of welding. So since we have discussed about in our previous slides, so first slide you will have activity, then the hazards in that activity, then people at risk in the sense who will be exposed to that hazard, then what is the probability and severity, then risk. So when I say risk, it is nothing but a multiplication of severity into probability or probability into severity, 3 into 2, which is 6. So these numbers will give based on our experiences, estimation, past experience, like that. So if you ask me why it is 3, it is my assumption. So probably exposure will be 3 times. It is not about 3 times. I'm just assuming that. So that is the rating 1 to 5. If you ask me, so in between I'll give 3. That is a mediate or probably he can expose. Then severity means the impact of exposure. When I say again impact of exposure 1 to 5, again 2 will be moderate or minor. Then the risk number will be 3 into 2, which is nothing but a multiplication of probability into severity. So after you are getting the risk number, so you will look for your existing controls. For the sake of slide, I have given a shortcuts. Existing controls. So what I have existing controls, ventilation and PPE. So after the existing control, the probability of exposure to the welding fumes, which is came down to 2, even the severity or the consequence of exposure also will came down to 1. So with that my risk number is 2. Then residual risk in the sense I have not completely eliminated the hazard here, but still there is a risk, but it is at the acceptable level. That is the way we used to do the risk assessment. So here you do for all your activities. So in hazards, not only exposure to the welding fumes. So we also have hot surfaces, electric shock, awkward work posture. Okay, then tripping hazards with the cable. All these things will come in. So due to the sake of an example, I have taken only exposure to the welding fumes. Okay, fine. Then let us come back to the topic again. So as I mentioned, the need of PPs will be sorry.
Sir, actually, you have done HERA and mitigation plan also.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. But in some company formats, they will not have the existing controls. Okay, but in some organizations, they'll not have this option, existing controls, but they'll have in a different format. So whenever, if you want to show existing controls also, so that the reader or will understand, even the workers also will understand what are the safety controls we have in our organization. Okay, it's always preferable or advisable to have or showcase the existing controls in your HERA. Okay, so again, the need of PPs. So how it can be judged based on visual and foreseeable hazards. So foreseeable hazards will be called as potential hazards. Then accidental experiences. So you have already met with an accident in your premises. So that is also gives us an idea to the requirement of PP. Then report of safety committee or representatives. So the safety committee has come up with a safety suggestion or any they have done any safety survey or safety sampling. Then they gave us in a report, okay, the existing PP is not suitable, we have to upgrade or we have to change. Then safety audit, survey, samplings, or job safety analysis and risk assessment. Sometimes risk assessments also will look for in the existing control. We said PP. Okay, the PP is suitable or not. Whether it is considered based on the existing hazards or just for the sake they have chosen the mask. Then legal requirements. Then records of medical department. Sometimes there is no PPE used by the people. They have met with an or they have come with an sickness due to the exposure of dust or any injury. So based on the medical records also, we may suggest for the specific PPEs. So why this need of PPE exists? Basically because of the chances of failure of engineering controls. So still there is an requirement or importance of PPE, because definitely there will be a chances of failures of engineering controls or materials, processes, equipment, and safety devices cannot be denied. And also in the circumstances, the PPE can act as a barrier between man and the hazard and to save from the injury. So basically, whenever the controls get failure, the PPE will be act as a barrier between the hazard and the humans. And also certain operations and accidental situations where engineering controls are less possible and PPE becomes necessary. So it is not practically possible to have engineering controls in all the workplaces with all the activities or equipments. So sometimes PPE only the option where we can use to safeguard ourselves. For example, for the repair or maintenance, or to enter into a toxic or oxygen deficient atmospheres while working at height or doing jobs like welding or cutting, grinding, chipping, PPE gives a good protection. So basically, even entering into the toxic atmospheres. So we go with the CBSETs or continuous breathing air respirators. So such kind of situations, PP is given a greatest extent of protection. And also this effectively avoids the contact of dangerous substances like noise, vibration, and also radiation, chemicals, etc. So hence it is acting as a barrier between the hazard and the humans. So definitely it will avoid the contact between the hazard and the humans. Then it protects from the atmosphere contaminants. So when we say atmospheric contaminants, again it is in a respiration. So it will try to protect you from the breathing from polluted air. And also it is in a legal as well as a moral duty to provide the suitable PPs. As per the Factors Act also, you are supposed to provide suitable PPs to the workers, and also sometimes a moral, which means you have to respect the humans. In that angle also, we have to provide PPs. So when we say provisions, there is no specific personal protective equipment is named by the Factors Act, but the working conditions mentioned in these are the sections 14 to 37 and also Schedule 3 and 114 are such are free of charge of PPS. Based on these sections, we have to provide the PPs on free of charge and should be provided by the occupier for the protection from the hazards due to the dust, fumes, gas, or vapor, flying particles, glare, revolving machinery, hot or dangerous contents, entry into the confined spaces, explosives or flammable atmosphere, fire, dangerous operations, and hazardous operations. These are the different kinds of hazards. So to safeguard themselves, we have to provide the PPEs based on the sections for free of charge. So if you ask me practically, some of the unethical employers or unethical contractors, they used to charge money. Even I have seen in my experience, but as per the law, the employer not supposed to charge anything. And there are as we mentioned standard PPs. So here we have a couple of PPEs with their standard. They manufactured based on the uh, standard recommendations. So if we talk about helmet, which is industrial safety, it is IS 2925. For two wheelers, we used to call as crash helmets, which are 4151, and there are different other helmets. Then eyewear, we have IS 8250 for the face and ear protection and their maintenance, etc. For the ears, we have 8520 for the selection. For the protectors, we have 9167. Then for the hands, you have again multiple, so leather gloves or other types of gloves. Then feet and legs, again we have IS 6519 and 10667, and ankle boots or rubber boots, etc. etc. So even you can just a simple Google search also will give you these IS standards. These are publicly available documents. You can go through it for the better understanding. Now we talk about selection classification. We have seen need and also how the need is exist, and we see how you can do a selection. So once it is decided that the PP is needed, So why we decide the PP? We have seen in case of any accident, in case of any risk assessments, in case of any committee gives in a report, or in case of any control failures occurs. So definitely PPE is needed. Once we decided, okay, अभी हम लोगों को PPEs चाहिए. Then we have to select proper type of equipment and then make it use that the supervisor sees it to that the worker uses and maintains it correctly, and proper selection, training and use of PPEs are essential. Once we decided, then we select the appropriate equipment is nothing but PPE for the use. Then we make sure that the supervisor is supervising the employees the uses of PP, whether it is properly using it and maintaining it. And also we have to give a training. So basically, some of the people, to take a simple example, for the helmets will have a chin strap. So the chin strap will be, they will take it the backside and they will tie with the richet, where we do an adjustment for the loose and tight fitting. Or sometimes they just simply put it into the inside of the helmet and they use it. So without a chin strap, the helmet, if you are using, there is no use. Maybe for the first instances, helmet will go away from your head. Is there in another instance you may met with an accident? When I say instance, take an example of falling materials. You are just walking through a 10 floor building, construction building. The materials are falling down. There are sequence of materials. With the first, I will assume as a brick stone. For the first brick, it took away your helmet, and the second brick it will fall on your head. So definitely you will get injured. So if you have a chin strap, definitely it will prevents the helmet to go away from your head. Okay. Yes. Now we'll see the selection of PP. What are the various qualities we have to see? How you see for while selecting a bike or a car, or while selecting a company to join. So whenever you apply for a new job, you see for how the company gives an increment, what about the safety precautions, how is the supervisors, or we'll see also the background of how many accidents would have happened in the company, etc., etc. The same way here also for selection of PP we have certain qualities. The first one is it should give adequate protection against the nature, severity, and type of the hazard. That is the basic a check. So whatever the PPE you are selecting or you are decided to buy, whether it is suitable for the type of hazard which in your workplace. So your a simple example is you are handling uh, acids and you have given cotton gloves to your worker. Is it suitable?
Not
Cotton
suitable, sir.
gloves for handling acids. Okay, not suitable.
Acid,
Yeah, please.
only use it for a neoprene and gloves, sir. Only neoprene or nitrile and use it for acid handling time, sir.
Nitrile. Okay, fine. I mean, we can say keep it simple for the sake of everybody. Rubber gloves, because all these are different types of rubbers, so we use rubber. Yeah, if I use any leather gloves for handling of any general housekeeping materials, etc., definitely it will help, but it will give a discomfort to the worker. So while selection of
For
PPE, yeah,
for acids, PVC gloves are is preferably suitable, sir.
yes, it is suitable.
It is in yellow in color.
Yes, polyvinyl chloride.
Sir, actually, PVC gloves use it for only metal handling time, sir. Metals.
No. Certain acids which are, less in nature, the PVC also will be suitable.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Then it should be the minimum weight should give minimum discomfort with a protective efficiency. So when I say minimum weight, which PPE you will remember immediately? So తక్కువ బరువు అనగానే మనకి ఏ పీపీ గుర్తొస్తుంది? తక్కువ బరువు ఉండాలి. ఏం చెప్తారు తక్కువ బరువు ఉండాలి అంటే? మీకు ఏం గుర్తొస్తుంది?
Disposal
పీపీలో
surgical
తక్కువ బరువు.
handler, sir. Disposal
The
surgical
dust
handler.
mask, dust mask is the less weight.
ఆహాహాహా, అట్లా కాదు. అంటే తక్కువ బరువు ఉండాలి. అంటే అది కంఫర్టబుల్ గా ఉంటుంది కదా. బరువు తక్కువ ఉంటే కంఫర్టబుల్ గా ఉంటుందని ఫీల్ అవుతాం మనం. ఏది
Shoe,
బరువు
shoe.
తక్కువ ఉంటుందని కాదు.
Safety shoe.
Yes, perfect example, Nirup. So when I say, you have to understand this. I'll repeat again. It should be of minimum weight and should give minimum discomfort with protective efficiency. అంటే ఏంటంటే తక్కువ బరువు కలిగి ఉండాలి, తక్కువ డిస్కంఫర్ట్ అంటే చిరాకు పుట్టడము అట్లాంటివి ఉండకూడదు నేను దాన్ని తొడుక్కున్నప్పుడు. అండ్ ఇట్ గివ్ ప్రొటెక్టివ్ ఎఫిషియన్సీ, ఇట్ విల్ గివ్ ఏ గుడ్ ప్రొటెక్షన్. మనం ఏం చెప్తాము?
Helmet
షూస్
also,
షూస్
helmet also we can say, sir.
ఎస్ హెల్మెట్ ఆల్సో చెప్పొచ్చు. ఎస్ నరేష్, హెల్మెట్ ఆల్సో ఈజ్ అన్ example because it is also given a discomfort if you're having for so many minutes or so many hours. Even if you see in helmets, some of the brands, they have given the holes on the helmets also to give some sort of ventilation, because everybody say that if you go to the shop floor, the people will be without helmets. Once you ask, they say that, sir, వెంట్రుకలన్నీ ఊడిపోతున్నాయి, बाल पूरा जा रहा है सर, हम लोग नहीं पहन सकते हैं. It is not about the ball, it is about the discomfort. So it given a sweat due to that, definitely the side effects will be there, but it is not
So
going.
many people are talking like that, sir, in industries, sir.
Yeah, that's
We when we have the wearing a helmet, we losing the air. That's why the problem arising from
One more
helmet.
point, the sweating is came.
But you said, sir, the some helmets having holes. It gives the ventilation and air to prevent the hair fall.
Yeah. అంటే అన్ని బ్రాండ్స్ లేవు. సో ఫ్యూ బ్రాండ్స్ ఐ హావ్ సీన్. ఐ థింక్ ఐఎమ్ నాట్ ఏబుల్ టు రీకాల్ ద బ్రాండ్ ఆల్సో. ఉద్యోగి ఆర్ కరం, డెఫినెట్లీ ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ దేర్. ఉద్యోగి ఆర్ 3M or somewhere, some of the brand which are giving the helmet holes actually, so that it will give not a complete but some sort of comfort the people will feel. So while choosing the helmet, that's where the safety department role is that. So while selection of PPs also, we have to get the people feedback, but we should not depend on their feedback, because sometimes they intentionally say that everything is bad. They will expectations will be like they want to get Jaguar or some other branded shoes which is costing 3,000, 4,000 rupees, etc. But we have to see the financials of the company. We have to go in a meaningful or a practically possible solutions. We have to convince the management as well as the workers. Okay, so always we have to choose. It should give a minimal discomfort. That is an agenda. Some of the PPs will see the weight of the PP also is a concern.
Goggles also we are having less weight.
No, less weight గురించి అంటే less weight అంటే గాగుల్స్ పెద్ద బరువేం కాదండి. It is not in so much, it is not in a big deal with the goggle. They can have it. There it is about again the pinch points. So at the nose where they should get the rubber grips, some of them will get the direct hard glass this thing, but some of the brands they will give the rubber grip, that is gives the comfort actually, so that they can use a maximum amount of time. And again, the third point, attachment to the body should be flexible and effective. So how it is fitting with your body. So for example, a 7-inch shoe size person, you have given him 9-inch or 10-inch. Or if you see in a coverall or full body suit or apron, he is small, but you are given large size. So again, it is not going to give the or suffice the requirement. Okay. Then the wearer should not be restricted in movement or perceptions required for the job. So he should not, the wearer should not restricted in movement. Restricted in movement in the sense, once he started using the PPE, it should not restrict any movement. For example, some of the gloves, the material will be so hard they can't able to move their fingers, especially some of the leather gloves for doing welding or some handling any hot objects or heat resistant gloves. They're so hard, so that is also a requirement. If it is a restricted movement, again they definitely start complaining, सर ये तो पहनेगा तो अभी जो इसको पकड़ने के लिए नहीं आता है सर, ऐसा ऐसा बोल के they start with negotiation. Then it should be durable and attractive. So this is also very important. So durable in the sense it will give certain life. It should not be just once I use it, immediately it will go off. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it should be durable and attractive. So it should have good quality so that it will last for long duration, and also attractive. It should looks also be good. Otherwise, they won't use. Sir, for PP, what is the look you see? But yes, definitely yes. Nowadays, the workers also have smartphones. They also do a smart search. They know better than us because they use most of the smartphones. I'm not blaming the workers, but you always try to look for a good quality material and also the attractiveness. People can use it or people can adopt. And it should not cause any hazard through its material, design, defect, use, or failure. So this is also very important. Whenever you are introducing any new PPE, it is always better to have a trial or pilot project. You just take a sample of 10 or 15. So you give to the people at multiple locations or multiple areas. Then you take the feedback of all those. Based on that, you can do on a bulk orders. And sometimes based on the material also, some type of material or some for few people it is not suitable, they'll get allergic feeling, irritation, etc. Even sometimes the design also will give an discomfort. Even the defect pieces, sometimes we used to get the defect PPs also, it is not going to give any result. Even some PPs are failure to give that protection. The mask is teared or it is not working properly. Those kind of things also we have to choose while selection of PPE. And it should conform Indian standards and also test required. So it has to meet the all Indian standards and test required. So when we come up with a branded helmets, they say it is ISO certified. So all the certified helmets will definitely have test requirements as I shown you in the PPT. So you just refer through those IS standards. You'll understand what are the different kinds of tests we do. Then it should be easy to clean, repair, and maintain. The parts, pieces, and service should be easily available. So this is also another requirement. It should be easy to clean, repair, and maintain. For not every PPE will do a repair, but it should be give easy to clean, and also repair and maintain it, easy maintenance, and also the parts and pieces should be available. So if we take it an example of half face mask or filter mask, where you get the filters, so how you can change the filter, how you can clean your mask, and availability of filters in the market, all these things also we have to see. Okay, that is the selection criteria. Now we'll see the type of PPs. I'll zoom it. Sorry. So as I mentioned in the initial slide, so PPs are two types. One is respiratory, which is used for breathing purposes. In this, we have air purifying. Under the air purifying, we have chemical filters, mechanical filters, also sometimes combination of these two. So when I say chemical filters, these are used for the chemical gas mask or the chemical cartridge or self-rescue filters. When we say mechanical, these are used at the dust atmospheres where you are exposing to the atmospheric dust or grinding, finishing operations or buffing operations or any sandblasting, shot blasting, where you will get a dust. Then microfilters, sometimes combination of these two also will be there. And second one, it is supplied air. So directly the airline is connected to the hood,
Breathing
airline
air.
respirator. Sorry.
The supply, the airline connected to breathing air, sir. Supply air mask.
So airline is nothing but it is breathing air. We can't connect to the nitrogen.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. So again, the suction hose mask or pressure hose mask, hood air or supplier suits, then self-contained. Again, damage type, open circuit, compressed air, compressed oxygen, recirculating type, which is closed circuit. These are we can call it as a CBA. Then, sorry, I have to zoom out. It seems. Okay, excuse me. Just a second. Uh, yeah. Now, non-respiratory. Okay. So non-respiratory, which is simple. So whatever the pictures you are seeing, there we have head protection, eye protection, face protection, ear protection, hand protection, and then feet protection. So these are the all PPs fall under non-respiratory, which is used to protect our body. These are non-respiratory, nothing but these are not belongs to any breathing related activity. Okay. So we have less than a minute. I'm stopping here for now. Tomorrow we'll continue from here.